Let's get ready to grumble! Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Royal Grumble! I'm your host, Graeme. I'm back, baby doll.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Did I miss anything? You're right. So. No, I didn't. Let's carry on.
Enjoy your holiday, mate.
Yes, I did. I had a wonderful time. Yeah. Did you enjoy your holiday from responsibility to this show?
What are you on about?
Well,
I think we did it well last week.
We're saying holiday. He was on suspension for comments made online.
me?
Yeah.
Oh no, you were in Europe negotiating Brexit, weren't you? That's what we said.
Yes, I was. Yeah. Basically, like what you do is if you bend down, spread
again,
and then basically someone tells you off for doing it.
Oh.
That's Brexit. Nailed it in one. Right. Come on. You know who else is being affected by Brexit?
Go on.
Well, he's Brexited the WWE because he's British and he's exited. Boom! It's bloody Neville, isn't it?
Sorry, am I here?
What? I ain't introduced either of you.
Okay.
Daryl's here. Dan's here. Boom! Neville, talk.
It's all about him, innit? Me.
I'm back now. This is what people, I would say, pay to listen to, but
fortunately, paid.
I'm glad for their sake they don't.
No, we should set up a Patreon.
No. I don't want
to
to
do exclusive content.
Yeah, I'll get knob out on Patreon. That's not swearing. You've got a doorknob, it's fine.
Marvellous. We look really quiet.
Yeah, because I like to turn you down because you keep changing
Well,
your voice.
all right then. Well, okay, well, turn us up and I'll go quieter. Talk about Neville.
Go on.
I've got a question. It's not about Neville. How can you possibly monitor the sound without headphones on? That's what I want to know.
Ooh.
Because he's
point.
so loud.
Oh, okay.
And it's quite warm.
Yeah,
his headphones are big.
Neville's got out of his contract. I don't know.
Yeah, how's your man chat? Like a little mouse to sneak out.
Yeah, he's probably got a lockbox, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, lockbox. But he wants control of Monday Night Raw. Or 205 Live.
Or All In Chicago.
Oh. Are you seriously suggesting that?
I don't know, because like Cody and one of the Young Bucks were talking on Twitter publicly about Neville and saying, "Oh, we miss him." And then one of them said, "Oh yeah, I spoke to him the day and he's all right." So like, were they just chatting? Was it a hint for All In? What was it? A hint for All In 2? What was it? I don't know.
I think the real question is like, does All In constitute competition? Because it's not run by a company, is it? So
No, it's Cody and Young Bucks, isn't it?
So what does that mean? Does that mean like, say he hypothetically has a no compete clause? Does All In count because it's streamed, or
can't you waiver the no compete clause, but you just don't get paid? So like,
it depends.
If
they've released you, you can do it. But if you've negotiated your release, then you might not be able to. Part of the negotiation might be that you don't go to another company straight away.
Also, if you're Raven, they don't care. Because like,
do you think they care about anyone? They just got like
$20
billion from Fox.
But more specifically, have you heard the story about Raven when he come back?
No.
Like after he's been in WCW and ECW, apparently Vince walks into a meeting, sees Raven, and goes, "Who the f hired Raven?" Which I believe.
Who the f hired Raven? It was who the f hired Johnny Polo.
Oh, that's all right then. That's better. Good.
So
plus, I'll say, doesn't he hate him because he'd like
talking of Vince and All In?
All right.
While I remember, I don't know. It's great radio because I can't remember who quoted him, but somebody was saying that Jericho was on a podcast with the Young Bucks, I believe, and he was talking to Vince about All In.
Right.
And apparently Vince said that they should have spoke to him beforehand because September's a terrible time to promote a show.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, firstly, they sold it out, mate. So like, I think they'd have appreciated some advice, but they sold it out.
And does anyone actually believe Jericho when he says anything?
His wife probably don't believe him. What?
No, his wife definitely doesn't believe him, does she? Oh. My wife is the best ever. Please come back. I mean, what? Nothing. I've just caught me touching a girl in a lift.
Oh dear.
What?
I think that's. Do you think that's why?
Evidence.
Yeah. Do you think that's why he's coming out with all these ludicrous stories the last few days? Because he's talked about how he's happy to appear for other companies in America now. Like he's dropped that one finally, saying, "Oh, if another company comes up with a good creative offer for me, then I'm going to take it. I'm not strictly WWE
When's
anymore."
his cruise that he keeps banging on about?
Next month.
Thank God. I'm so tired of that. I know I can unfollow him, but like,
I have.
yeah, but
he's got tickets to sell, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's one of those people. Like, you know that the minute you unfollow him, that something happens, and you're like, "Oh, I missed that." Like certain
Yeah.
people on Facebook
Yeah,
that
certain
I'm
people.
no longer friends with, but regret, not because I like them.
I can't think of anything worse than a wrestling cruise. Because, like, when you're at a wrestling show and the show ends, you get to leave and you get to get away from all the smelly virgins. The only way you get away from them is either throwing them overboard or you walking plank yourself.
Marvelous.
I mean, they've got no excuse not to shower when they're literally surrounded by water.
They'll find an excuse. won't
Oh, yeah. You know, the more you say that, like, I like the joke because I was retweeting the ones that goes, "Oh, my wife doesn't want to go, so I'm going on my own." Oh, really?
Like,
Your
yeah,
wife?
lads cruise.
Yeah. Not allowed to bring your own pillow, mate.
She's took the kids.
Love pillow. What?
she's took the way.
I've got your kid. But Jericho's got my kids, darling. He's got my kids. It's a tenuous link at best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, well,
Anyway,
well-
so you weren't only one who went on your jollies.
no, I wasn't. No, you guys went on a great lads holiday.
Yeah, we both got man
Lads,
flu.
lads.
Yeah, we were at Bethnal Green, didn't we?
Excellent.
Yeah, I genuinely think we both got the same illness from Aiden.
Well, I
I'm
don't
gonna
blame
call that.
him, like...
Oh, yeah, it's not his fault that he
Well,
got
I
ill.
told you both about wearing protection.
It sounds like you're blaming him. Why are you blaming Aiden for? He's alright, he drove us there.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Stop
wasn't
trying
even there, but
Stop trying to dumb.
I wasn't even there. But I want to thank Aiden personally.
Before we get onto RevPro, I've got a little game for Graeme because
Go on.
I was telling you and Aiden both about a thing that was occurring on Twitter about female wrestling fans have started a thing about, dads and daddies. Especially referring to Ring Camp member Timothy Thatcher, referring to him as the ultimate daddy. So
You're looking quite confused.
well, like
You wear the concept of dad and daddy.
as a father, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand the difference between
Right, listen. If you had a daughter
yeah,
and she called you daddy, that'd
Uh-huh.
be cute.
right,
When she grows up and she starts calling her boyfriend daddy, that's when you'd punch him.
yeah, yeah, gotcha.
So
yeah.
that's the thing.
Right,
Yes.
gotcha. Okay.
So it's kind of like Daryl's explained it better. So I just want to get Graham's opinion on a few different wrestlers, although whether they're dads or daddies.
Right. I'm going to take this at face value and ignore everything you just explained to me. Go ahead.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start with some WWE guys. Cesaro.
Probably too into his work, so he hasn't fathered any yet. So no, not a daddy.
No, he is a daddy.
No,
He-
what?
He fits into the daddy category.
What are his children called?
What?
Disappointment and
No,
sadness.
if he had children, he'd be a dad.
Oh, all right.
But no, he's a daddy.
Are you just asking which wrestlers have got kids? Is that the game?
Yeah,
No,
I think
no,
that's the game.
no,
yeah.
no,
That's how I'm
it's
taking
whether
the game at face
it's
value.
whether they fit into this category of
But see,
daddy.
I'm rejecting the concept and just taking it at face value. I don't think Cesaro has children.
Join in next week, listeners, where we discuss which wrestlers are bears in the game community.
Well, actually, my next one was going to be Rusev, and he definitely would fit into that category.
Yeah, he's not a daddy because Lana hasn't popped any out yet. So
And then I had a picture of Jurn Simmons ready to go for it as
I
well.
don't know who that is.
He was
it
at
looks like
RevPro.
I described
Oh.
him as Feral Jeremy, our old friend
Ferremy?
Jeremy. Yeah,
Good.
it looks like Jeremy, but feral.
Ah, Ferremy. Good.
So yeah, let's get on to actual
That
RevPro.
a great segment. Brilliant. Let's
It'd have been
straight
better if you'd have played along.
straight onto the Summer Sizzler.
Summer Sizzler. So
Summer
yeah, this was
Sizzler.
Daryl's first time at the York Hall,
Yeah.
which has held great events like all those old FWA events and RQW when the Great Muta wrestled in front of 100 people.
And why did he wrestle in front of 100 people there?
Because 1PW didn't pay him.
I don't know your money.
There you go. But they do owe them a great moose of money. Just remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
He is almost certainly still owed some money.
And he's had his knees replaced now so he can catch him.
And Steve Corino's afraid of him. Come at me, Steve. What are you going to do? You're under WWE contract, mate. Whoa.
So first,
Possessions 9/10 of the law.
what's your first impressions of the York Hall in terms of
Uh,
like a legendary British wrestling venue?
I mean, I weren't like overly impressed.
It's a leisure centre. It's an old swimming baths. It's,
I mean, it's not the worst
yeah.
place I've seen wrestling. We went to see Southside at Corp, mate. So like,
Yeah.
we went to that.
This is from someone who made his wrestling debut in the Granby.
Yeah.
Was it made?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one show at the Dome, but
Yeah.
yeah, maybe it was the Granby.
Right,
Yeah.
I remember your debut, mate. It was against Adam Steele.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah.
Continue talking. That's
I'm just trying to figure out where mine were. I think it was the Suncastle in Skegness.
Oh, that sounds like another like York Hall, but it turns out it's just a shed next to a Butlins.
No, it's literally like a castle at End at Beach.
Shed.
Yeah.
Shed like castle.
So yeah, your call. It's a decent enough venue, and the weird thing about it was it wasn't as packed as it normally is. Like they'd set it out to have a lot less fans in.
Yeah, Tol Quilden said that it holds 1,500 or 1,200 maybe.
Yeah,
on his
1,200, I
podcast,
think
and
it
he
is.
says that they sold 900 tickets. I think.
Yeah, which, considering everything that's going on,
Looked like there were 900 people in there. To be honest,
it's quite a spacious venue though. Even when
yeah,
it's packed,
but
like
obviously the balcony above us, I didn't. get
balcony
to-
were
yeah,
rammed. Yeah.
yeah.
Balcony always sells out because it's the best views. But
Yeah.
I think Andy Cullen's the only person who actually charges more for balcony than the seats we were in, which were like 4th row.
Yeah.
Balcony's more expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't price it like the further away you
Yeah.
are. Like balcony's more expensive. It's about the same price as 2nd row.
Okay. And there were a few standing, weren't they, behind us? So
Yeah.
maybe there were 900 then.
So yeah, have you got the match listing in front of you? Because I can't remember.
because you
what-
do the Great British Grumble, mate.
The first match was Josh Bodum versus Dan McGee.
The Great British Grumble. Isn't that much better than last week's version?
I'm not
Carry on.
sure. I'm not sure.
I'm 100% certain.
I did a remix.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
So yeah, Josh Bodum versus Dan McGee opened it. This is a feud that hasn't really appeared on York Hall before. I think this is Dan McGee's debut at the York Hall.
Okay.
And Josh Bodum's been around for a while. He's got a reputation of being a bit of an idiot. But I thought this match was alright.
Yeah. I weren't overly impressed, to be honest.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people that were massive Josh Bodum fans.
Yeah, we were sat near the Josh Bodum fans. Like,
Yeah.
I
I didn't know if he had his family in.
I don't know. They just really like him in his All Japan jacket on a show.
Maybe they think he's a daddy.
Maybe.
No, he's kind of like a muscle bound twink. That thing.
Continue.
I'm not sure if he said
Made
continue.
himself laugh, so
I'm
continue.
not sure if he said continue because you're disgusted or continue because you understand what he means by that.
You may interpret it however you wish. Continue talking about the Revolution Pro Wrestling
He might be
show.
a power bottom. That might be.
Right.
Please talk about the wrestling.
Let's just do it next one, mate, because I don't really have much to say about this match.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get the lineup because now you've put me on it. I can't remember. Exactly.
You were literally there.
Yeah, but it was a week ago, and my memory is terrible.
You know where I was a week
Oh,
ago.
next up was the Great O'Khan versus Shane Strickland.
Right, this is where the show started.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Right, Great O'Khan, Graham, is a young boy from New Japan.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a gay reference this time. He's a young boy
Okay.
from New Japan. He's on excursion, right?
Right.
So he's a bit Poundland Great Muta
Okay.
in the sense that he wears his little robe, he's got his little mask on, but then he takes it off before he wrestles. Right?
Yeah.
But when I say his little mask, it's like a pointy hat with like a veil that's got a question mark on it.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay.
And
I'm trying to picture that, but go
Okay.
on.
and he is 24, I think. We googled it, didn't we?
I think 20.
No,
I thought it was
27.
27.
27, right? He looks about 47.
Splendid.
He's one of those guys who's always going to look 47. I think, no matter what age he is.
And the only thing he's lacking is mist.
Yeah,
I think that's what
Right.
he needs.
Literally, apart from that, he's just the great
Yeah. But I think
Muta,
if-
but not Muta.
Yeah, I think if he has the mist, he'll be all right.
this is
Nailed
the
it.
best match I've seen him have. But all his other matches have been against kind of like RevPro trainees and like the lower level regulars. Shane Strickland is one of the top indie talents, like actual independent talents in the
Yeah.
world right now, and he gave him a really good match. It was a strange match to make. It seemed like a weird spot to put Shane Strickland in, but it was quite good. Great O'Khan got the win, and he stopped using the second rope Mongolian chop as a finish now, thankfully, and he uses the crazy submission where he's got a claw and a backbreaker thing at the same time.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe. Next up was Kushida versus Adam Brooks. Adam Brooks is a bit of a conundrum because he
Why?
can be quite good, but he feels like he's a bit lazy sometimes. And I made a comment before when I saw Matt Riddle versus Alex Gracie about how it was the worst Matt Riddle match I've seen live, but the best Alex Gracie match. I wouldn't say it's the best Adam Brooks match I've seen live, but it was probably the worst Kushida match I've ever seen live. I didn't think
I don't
much
even
this
remember
match.
this match. I remember Kushida being
Yeah.
there, but I don't even remember the match. So
Yeah,
I can't comment
like-
on it.
Kushida's had really great matches in RevPro against Zack Sabre Jr. and Kyle O'Reilly, and this one at the British J-Cup last year as well in the four-way with Marty Skrull and Hiromu Takahashi and Liger. But yeah, this match wasn't much to write home about. It was more kind of about Adam Brooks setting up his match with Will Ospreay that will eventually happen. Next up, Aussie Open, Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher versus CCK, Chris Brooks and Jonathan Gresham. This was probably the best tag match I can remember seeing live.
Sounds good, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, firstly, Jonathan Gresham is a tiny man.
Did you really?
Really
Like,
tiny.
I read that he was, but I never actually seen him live.
I legit think he's shorter than me.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm a dwarf.
Exactly.
I made the
I mean,
comment
not
to you
medically. You don't get little things for your.
So,
for your
blue badge for car.
and you don't get the thing for the forklift, but
No.
like he probably is so quite small.
Yeah.
It didn't help that Chris Roberts was refereeing this match, and he's over 6 foot as well. So everyone in the match are quite tall, and then there's Jonathan Gresham there, about 5'3", just looking very short and doing everything he can to avoid Mark Davis.
Yeah, because I think Mark Davis would have eaten him.
Yeah,
Big lad, isn't he, Mark
Yeah.
Davis? Yeah.
Yeah,
this
but,
match was
other
phenomenal.
lad
yeah.
off of Aussie Open. What's he called?
Kyle
Fletcher.
Fletcher.
He's bulking.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he?
Yeah.
Right.
Because Dan told me that Tanahashi told him that he's too skinny. So he's put a bit of weight on.
Many really skinny guy.
Many,
Necessary
many-
training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understand?
Understand? Yeah. Good.
So yeah, that match was absolutely phenomenal.
Sounds pretty mint.
Like it was full on standing
Right.
ovation style stuff. It
And I've
was-
seen probably the best move I've ever seen in my life.
Go on.
Right,
Then.
I want to point this out. So before, I was really excited about this move, and I tried explaining what the move was to you, and you made fun of me for trying to explain it.
Right. Well, you
Right.
explain it.
Okay, so Jonathan Gresham will lay on his back.
Okay.
He puts his legs up.
Right.
Um,
Like straight up in here, like an L shape.
yeah, ish.
Okay. All right.
What's it? Mark Davis.
Mark Davis, yeah.
Grabs his ankles.
Yep.
Just pulls him up. Kind of lets go midair. Catches him round the waist.
All right.
Drops him for a pile driver.
Ow. That sounds like
And he does it really quick.
right.
And it's really mint.
Okay. Good.
It
Right.
is a ridiculous
How
move.
long until someone dies?
I don't care.
I think that
I'm not taking it.
that wasn't even the finish the first time. It was the second time he did it. He did
Yeah,
a,
he did a
tombstone version
Yeah, he
of
did a
it.
variation of it, yeah.
Yeah, and it's because the pin got broke up rather than Gresham kicking out.
I say.
But yeah, Aussie Open are ridiculous. CCK, especially OG CCK.
And then
Everyone's-
Aussie Open are going for tag titles, aren't they, next?
Yeah.
We're making tag title motions around the waist.
Oh.
So we're going to get
like a tar belt.
Aussie Open versus Suzuki on at some point.
Cool.
Next up, so after the
I think
break,
the break was next.
yeah, we
Alright.
had intermission. Daryl got his Marty Skrull action figure.
Yeah.
How
Right.
how is it?
It's a bit too big.
Disappointing.
When I got it home, when I put it next to me Mattel figures,
'Cause
it's a bit too tall.
He's only a cruiserweight, and he's
Yeah.
only lightweight. So.
yeah, it's all right to say like it's a British wrestling company. They've gone out and got a figure made. Like, it's the quality is good and everything, and
Yep.
it looks like him. It just don't fit with everything else. But I'm not disappointed with it. I'm just a bit disappointed it don't fit.
Yeah.
Right.
So next up, we got Titan versus Soberano Jr.
Don't know who they
Oh,
are.
these were masked lads.
Right.
Yeah, so
Pointless match. Pointless.
Move on.
Next move.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think
if
it's
he
just
said move on, move on.
they're trying to get more CMLL
He's still
guys
doing
coming
it.
over.
Right.
Next up was Lance Archer, formerly
What?
known as Lance Hoyt.
Lance Archer, Lance
Yeah,
Archer,
well,
Lance
it
Hoyt.
was meant to be Killer Elite Squad, but DX
Yeah.
Smith couldn't come across, could he? Because
Right.
Jim died.
Oh, of course, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just one of Hoytomania.
Yeah, versus Jörn Simmons.
Right. The
Yeah.
Okay, the
yeah,
bear from
Ewan
earlier.
Simmons is too short. I'll tell you now. He's meant to be this Viking king. He's about 2'4".
Right. Disappointing.
Yeah.
He's not that short.
He's not as short as Jonathan Gresham, but like.
He's about my height. Remember, he's in
Right,
there like
alright
Lance
then.
Hoyt is.
All right, they put him in with Lance Hoyt, who was about 7'5".
Yeah, Lance Hoyt is very
so
tall.
like he looked like a midget.
Yeah, that's gonna kill a gimmick, innit?
So Lance Hoyt came out with about 25 bottles of water, and they started throwing them like water over all fans and stuff.
and spitting, including
Oh, not
yeah.
spitting.
Yeah, so he was
Get
drinking
out
the
of
water,
it.
spitting water on fans.
Shut up, mate.
Yeah,
Not you, him.
yeah. That's
Lance
like,
Hoyt.
oh, that's how you get heat. Spit on someone.
Oh, spit.
He threw one of the bottles into the crowd. It hit the balcony above us, dropped down, and I caught it. So, do you want to guess where Lance Hoyt shops?
Aldi
Sainsbury's.
says, all right. Oh, all right. Lance
Yeah,
Hoyt
this
in New Japan money.
Scottish Highland water from Sainsbury's.
Well,
This match was. I didn't expect a lot from it. It turned out to be quite good. I quite enjoyed
It
it.
was like a good heavyweight match, wasn't it?
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it by the end of it. I was
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised. Next up, British Cruiserweight Championship match. David Starr defending against El Fantasmo.
I don't get El Fantasmo. I don't get him.
Is it just a name or?
The name throws me off because he should be Mexican. He don't
It-
wear a mask, so it's not like
No,
you can
he's-
hide it like El Ligero or El
He's
Generico.
Canadian and he likes dubstep.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I really enjoyed this match. It was a little long, and the crowd they had to really fight to get the crowd over because the crowd were kind of tired out. Or like after the tag match, they really weren't really getting into stuff, and they really had to work their like arses off to to get something out of the crowd. But by the end of it, I thought it was a really good match.
Yeah,
like, I'm really enjoying David Starr like trying to be a heel.
Yeah, people like him though, don't they?
Yeah, he's too charismatic, isn't he?
Yeah.
And then the main event, Tomohiro Ishii versus Walter.
Right, Graham, I thought one of them would die.
I can't say I'm hugely surprised.
Because, like, Ishii was just getting absolutely pummeled in chest, mate. Absolutely pummeled.
I've never heard that sound made by a human body before. Like, I've heard Walter chop people before, but the sound it made when he chopped Ishii, because Ishii is a kind of a baldy person, it was just a weird, like, it sounded like a cave was like just collapsing. It was crazy, and Ishii's a ridiculous human. Walter's a ridiculous human. This was a really great main event. It was everything you could want from these two. Finished with Ishii hitting a brainbuster on Walter for the win. And then when Walter asked to shake his hand at the end of the match, Ishii asked him to chop him instead. So he hit him with the hardest chop of the match after it and then walked off.
Yeah, I didn't like that bit.
No, it's stupid.
So Ishii is getting a shot at his championship again.
What? Who's championship?
The British Heavyweight Championship.
The British Heavyweight
Okay, I want to
Championship.
say Walter.
He was the former champion, that's why I said he was championship.
All right, okay, I was going to... Yeah, that makes more sense, because I knew Ishii had been the champion, like.
Yeah.
Who's the champion now, then?
Suzuki.
Is he?
Yep.
When did that happen?
At the New Japan UK shows.
Ah,
The main event tonight, too.
All right. I knew the match had happened. Somehow, the winner had completely escaped me.
I think that match will happen. Well, I thought it was going to happen on the Destruction Tour, but they announced last week that Ishii versus Omega is headlining one of the nights of Destruction.
Do you remember when 1PW used to do, like, you know, the American names on top, and everyone like, oh, bad for British wrestling.
Yeah.
And now they're doing Suzuki against Ishii in the main event. And that's fine. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
New Japan guys, isn't it?
Yeah, because that makes it okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then every other company in the UK is doing UK guys on top and doing very well with it. So
Yeah.
actually, to be slightly different, RevPro are putting different people on top.
Right. Yeah, but all my point is, like, because it's the right people, and admittedly the right people because they haven't gone bankrupt. But the point is, the right people running it, people that fit, the faces fit, because, he used to do reffing. One of them's Andy Boy Simmons. He pretends his middle name's Boy. Like, you know, like, they're the right people, so that makes it okay. Whereas, like, when, you know, you and your mate from the computer game shop were like, let's do a wrestling. They're like,
when we were co-promoted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're like, you're doing it wrong. Stop putting Americans on it.
Yeah, well, we didn't listen, did we?
No, you should have put more Japanese on. Then it's all right.
Yeah, well,
they tried, and that nearly put them out of business.
Well, I mean, I think a specific person was the problem really there. Also, it's all TNA's fault really, isn't it? Because if you remember, like, TNA had their event at the same time as that, so they were like, can't do TNA people. What shall we get? Get a big Japanese man.
Yeah.
That's the story of that's the 1PW podcast done with. There you go. It's not. We'll do it at some point.
First week of October.
So
it were on an alright show. The only reason I wouldn't go again is because I don't like travelling that far.
I am disappointed in both of you. You don't like travelling that far, right? You're like New Japan and all them. Neither of you went to Ring of Honor at Donny Dome. Again.
Mate, I literally weren't in the county.
Oh, that's your excuse every time. I went in the county.
Why didn't you go?
I'm in jail.
Why didn't you go?
Not in the country, mate. So
it's one different letter, mate.
Contributes county. So.
And if I was going to anything in Doncaster that night, as tempting as Ring of Honor might be, I'd have been going to watch Brian Wilson at the racecourse. Because how many times do you get to see a beach boy in Doncaster?
Yeah, and how many more times are you going to get before he goes mad again? So.
I mean, he's still kind of there. Well, but then I was going to go, but then I decided I couldn't go and listen to God Only Knows by myself. Because that would be the most depressing moment of my life.
That would be upsetting.
Which is saying something.
Exactly. It's his favourite bit of Love Actually, you see, when God Only Knows comes on.
Okay.
That's why he likes the song.
I've never seen it.
He never even heard the Beach Boys
I've
before
never
that.
seen it.
Next. What's next?
What's next on the list? It is All In preview.
Oh, mega. Oh, I'm glad I get right back into the discussion.
Well, Graeme, I know you don't like it. You're not a fan of All In or whatever, but like it is big news though, isn't it? Like,
it's very big news. Look, it's very big news, and the people to whom it is catered for, it will very much enjoy it.
So we're not gonna...
I think for the amount of tickets they've sold with no card beforehand to have it headlined by Oblivion from Gladiators against Stardust. Like,
you're picking one match. Let me read the
oh,
card.
I'm doing it deliberately.
Yeah, I know, but let me read the card. So you've got Oblivion versus Stardust.
Yep.
So that's fine.
Finally, we get to see those two.
Okada versus Marty Scurll.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Because
Fine.
and I'm quite enjoying this because you'll never get that in New Japan because the heavyweight and cruiserweight.
And you've
Yeah, I
had the
don't know,
build-up on being the Elite, which culminated this week with Okada and Marty Scurll crossing each other in a corridor, and Okada walking up to him and just mouthing to him 205.
Oh.
And then Zack Sabre Jr. coming up to him going, "Yeah, mate, you're effed."
Can I on that as well? Like, right, in my head, I go, that is a good match, but I imagine it's sort of match that would happen at like RevPro or something. So I don't see it as that special. It probably is though.
Yeah.
I'm probably wide of the mark.
You're not gonna like this. Joey Janela versus Hangman Page.
Don't know who they are. Carry on. I'm
We've seen
lying.
Hangman Page.
Well, the Hangman
point.
Page line to build this matchup. Oh, he thinks he's a bad boy. I literally killed a man. I didn't say that.
Yeah, I actually do know who they are, but you know. So
Rey Mysterio, Phoenix, and Bandido. Admittedly, I only know one of them.
I think I know if it's Phoenix Pentagon's brother. Yeah, there you go. I know that.
Maybe I do know him then.
There you go then.
Versus the Golden Elite, which is Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Kota Ibushi.
Apparently, that's going to be the headline match.
Okay,
What?
I'm just reading it.
Yeah.
I'm reading it in the order on Wikipedia.
That'll be a
Yeah.
good match, I'm sure. That's going to be the headline match.
Yeah.
So Cody Rhodes has not put himself in.
most money in. One person Cody
Ah.
or two of the Young Bucks.
I mean, Cody did just randomly book a guy and added them to the match, even though they're already into the over the budget battle royal the other day.
Next one, Christopher Daniels versus Stephen Amell.
So,
Do you think that's
well, I've seen Stephen Amell wrestle, mate. So
Not in a singles match.
yeah, Arrow off of Arrow versus Daniels back from where he used to wear the Sting mask. He used to. I'm Daniels, not Christopher Daniels.
just Daniels?
Suicide against Arrow. There you go.
The Briscoe
Let me
brothers.
ruin your card. I'll ruin.
The Briscoe brothers versus
Racist.
SoCal Uncensored.
Right.
One of them's black, so if you're the racist, then they'll have to win.
So
won't they?
Briscoe, right? So that's a match that probably happens on every Ring of Honor show. Next,
Probably.
The over budget battle royal.
Well,
15. Sorry.
Well, let's do them
sorry.
because there's a list of names. So we'll do the other match first. So Madison Rayne versus Britt Baker versus Chelsea Green versus Tessa Blanchard.
Madison Rayne is still a thing.
Yep.
She's
Marvelous.
in the Mae Young Classic this year.
Have they run out of other women? Like,
Well, they've got Caitlyn, mate.
was she the good one or the bad one? I remember her being the
She
bad
was
one.
the good wrestler in Beautiful
Oh,
People.
Talking of women, do you know the contact of Revolution?
Yes, I did see this.
well,
Yeah.
I didn't put it in the format. Sorry, AJ Lee.
Yeah. Now that'll be an interesting one because, but then what I imagine. Here's how I see that one going. Right, she's not going to go.
No.
She's not going to. No question.
No.
But they were absolutely right to ask her to go.
Yeah.
Even though I'm sure her husband would be like, oh, now they're asking you to go. They're just trying to get at me. And she'll be like, well, hold on. I was a superstar on my own. And be like, oh, never mind.
but
She's like,
they'll
you know
chant
what?
my name.
You know what? I'm going to go back and watch that NXT that you called me the slag or whatever in.
He'll send her the divorce papers on the day of the pay-per-view, much like WWE sent.
You know what I foresee happening, right? If she decides to break her silence on it, she'll be like, well, I can't work for a company that goes to Saudi Arabia or whatever, and then that'll be the easy political way for everyone to get out of it fine.
Kenny Omega versus Pentagon Jr.
Okay. Everyone's saying that's going to be a good match, so I will believe them.
Yeah,
Okay.
that will be.
Jay Lethal versus the winner of the Over the Budget Battle Royal winner
It's Jay
for
Lethal.
the Ring of Honor Championship.
It's Jay Lethal.
So in the Over the Budget Battle Royal, the names announced so far: Jordan Grace, Moose, Rocky Romero,
2,
Colt Cabana,
3,
Ethan Page, Brian Cage, Billy Gunn,
4,
Jimmy Jacobs,
5.
Marco Stunt, Brandon Cutler.
Marco
That's 5
Stunt is
people
the
that I
guy
know.
who literally got booked a few days ago on Twitter.
5 people that I know.
And we're not going to do a full rundown of it, even though we did a preview of it. Joey Janela's lost in New York. They did a thing where a guy came out for an open challenge, and a guy from the crowd put his hand up, so they did the match, and that was Marco Stunt. And he's another guy who's about 5'2", skinny guy, but he's ridiculously athletic, and somehow managed to hit a like tornado DDT where they do the few spin arounds before they hit it. He did that into a lung blower, but involved him going up into a hurricanrana position as well, and flip it. It was just silly, and he's ridiculously athletic and ridiculously talented for such a young age, and he's in that battle royal.
Let's fantasy book this, right?
Okay.
Imagine this. So The Over the Budget Battle Royal is on WGN. Is that
Yeah.
that's a big deal apparently? I don't know where that stands in our.
Yeah, it's on the first hour. It's the first hour of the pay-per-view, isn't it? That's on WGN.
Yeah, but the Over the Budget Battle Royal is on. They've said that's on WGN. So I don't know. Is it a big network over there?
Yeah, it's like semi-big. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, isn't that the one that used to have? It was like Superstars or Summit On or Main Event. Basically something that they started off as like, look at this big match, and 2 weeks later it was like, look at Zack Ryder against one of the colons.
It's one of Sinclair's biggest networks.
Right. So anyway, it's on WGN. What would you do if the Over the Budget Battle Royal, the last person that comes out is only blooming CM Punk?
It's not going to be in though, is it? So.
And then you have to buy the pay-per-view to see him win the Ring of Honor title.
That'd be a really clever idea, which will 100% not happen.
Yeah,
so.
consider Colt Cabana's in this match as well.
Oh yeah, he'll shoot on him.
I
don't know
think,
if you know CM Punk's been at UFC, mate. So
I think Jordan
who's
Grace
there?
might win it,
Why? What's point?
just to be different.
Evolution.
Yeah,
So then she's got to fight Jay Lethal.
That-
Jay
that-
Lethal's got history
Sorry.
with women.
Who's
Like,
Jordan? What? Hold on, Jordan Grace is a lady.
yes.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Big Mama Pump.
Thrilling.
She was genuinely a draw for me to go to Pro Wrestling Eve. Like,
Right.
she's one of the reasons I bought a ticket to go see her.
Right, so let's move on. What's next?
Next on our list is...
Oh, don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. You've read it on the
It
list as
is.
I've read it on the list. Don't say it out loud.
the Daryl Mystery segment.
Lovely.
now
Right.
you've said it,
Hello,
that means
ladies and
it's
gentlemen. It's
happening.
time for Daryl Mystery Segment time. Right, I did my own jingle there, mate. So,
2 out of 10.
what I wanted to do is put it as a mystery segment because I didn't want you to be able to research it beforehand. Basically, about a year ago, there was a big YouTube boxing fight, and there's another one that's happening the day we're recording.
Right.
Is that tonight?
Yes,
Oh,
and it's KSI, who's now a good guy. He's turned face.
Turn face, right.
Against Big Heel.
After he fought that Joe bloke and went, oh, you're mental with your spaz drugs.
but
Oh.
Logan Paul's a bigger heel.
Yeah, because he's
Because
like, oh, dead people are funny, lol.
Yeah. So,
Also, they both got little brothers. It was like, just have your little brothers have a fight and all.
yeah. So it's Deji, which is Comedy Shorts Gamer, probably the worst YouTuber in history.
Yeah, he's just terrible, isn't he? Straight up terrible.
Yeah.
He's never been good.
All I'm saying is that they've got that best Buffer. Not which one's on UFC. Is he Bruce?
Yeah.
They've got Michael.
They've got Michael.
They've got Michael Buffer.
Right.
It's all right.
Thrilling. No.
Is it not?
I thought he was generally accepted to be quite poor as well.
It is nowadays. You don't
Yeah,
care
they're
anymore.
both a bit rubbish.
It's
like-
it's a big
yeah.
deal.
We're at Chelsea last year where he got
Yes,
sprayed with
he got
sprinklers.
sprayed with sprinklers. That was
Yeah.
funny.
I mean, football and
Right, well, come on. Do your little segment.
Well, who do you think's going to win?
I don't...
I expect more from your mystery segments.
Well, hold on, right. So, KSI did a boxing match and won against someone who's not done a boxing match.
Yep.
So, he's done one.
Yep.
Right. So, he's 1-0. The opposite of CM Punk's MMA record after he'd had his first fight.
Yep.
Right, so KSI wins it then.
What if I tell you that Logan Paul is or he has done a lot of amateur wrestling in the past, so he's got an athletic background where
It's a boxing
KFC
match. KFC?
KFC.
Racist. It's a
Oh,
boxing
no.
match.
KSI spent a lot of time eating KFC and playing FIFA.
Boxing match.
Yeah?
Boxing. Not the same thing, is it?
No?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but amateur wrestling requires a lot of footwork that
Oh,
translates
amateur
well into
wrestling.
boxing.
Yeah, do you know who had a lot of footwork? CM Punk, and he couldn't be a journalist. Next. There you go. Oh, I've done amateur wrestling in the Rofer sport. I can't throw a punch, though.
He did jiu-jitsu, which is mainly lying in your back.
Did he, though? Because, like, you pointed out this last week. He was like, oh, CM Punk's a former MMA martial arts world champ. Is he, though? Lost to a journalist. How about you losing to Martin Winter? There's a reference for the kids. There you are. Henry Winter. It's not even Martin Winter. Martin Winter was the old Donny Mayer who got done for corruption and that. Sorry, didn't get done for corruption, just left for no reason. Whereas Henry Winter's the chief football writer for the newspaper that he writes for. But like Dan against Henry Winter at football.
I think I could take him.
I think you could.
Okay.
KSI wins.
There's only
there
one
you
way
go.
to find out, Henry.
But the little Jake Paul brother will win.
Yeah, he'll smash it.
Because, like...
They did weigh-ins, mate, and he's got a six-pack, and Deji looks like he started training yesterday.
Is
Did
it
he
in
never
the copper box again?
No, it's in Manchester.
Yeah,
What,
I saw
Evening
that. I
News?
think it is at the MEN, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Jesus.
They sold it out, mate.
Of course they have.
Well, they sold that copper box last year, and it's
Yeah.
not a small building. It's about the same capacity as Wembley Arena, isn't it? Yeah, it's mental.
Right.
Let's get into a review. Sorry.
Yeah. Should we do them both now? Sorry, one now, or what should we do?
Yeah, we'll do one now, mate.
Okay. NXT Takeover. Brooklyn 4. Off of Brooklyn.
Yeah, the naming after a town thing, the 4 looked really weird all the way through the show, and it makes me think...
Yeah, because it were a number
should-
4 instead of an IV. It were weird.
Yeah, we should, like, come up with a new name for it or something at this point.
NXT Takeover Brooklyn. A little fella falls down on that.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
I know chronologically it's afterwards, but it was recorded before. Have either of you watched this week's NXT?
No.
No.
I watched it this morning. Pete Dunne versus Zach Gibson was a very good match. Worth
Sure,
going
Seen
out
that's
it.
to
fine.
see.
Seen it. Saw it live, mate.
So hold on. What? Right? Can I ask this? Because I didn't know. This show that was on this week, was that what you saw?
No, it was.
No, of course
they
it wasn't.
recorded
Sorry,
it at
sorry.
Brooklyn, but I'm
No,
just
that's
saying,
that's not what I meant to ask. Right, but you've actually answered my question in not answering my question because I forgot to ask the right question. Basically, I knew that they'd had a match, and I didn't know if it was at Brooklyn or if they'd had a match when they were doing the UK tapings. They were just whacking that on there.
No,
So that answers
both.
my question. Thank you.
So yeah, first match was Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong versus Mustache Mountain for the NXT Tag Team Championships.
This was meant. I enjoyed
yeah,
this.
this is a really
Yeah.
good match again.
However,
Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong are a really good tag team together.
They are. Like, they cover for each other's blandness. But, slight issue I've got here. Like, Mustache Mountain absolutely clobbered Undisputed Era with everything they have and still came up short. Does it make it look like NXT UK is a step down from NXT for when they inevitably win the NXT UK tag team titles?
well, they've already beaten once, haven't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then, like, this time they've slammed them with a whole bunch of stuff and, like, it wasn't sold as if... It feels a little bit like the first time was a fluke now, you know?
I don't
Next,
know.
the way they won
It's-
it back as well, like, was it wasn't even the guy in the ring who quit. It was his tag partner who threw in the towel and stuff. So they still kept them strong in the other match as well. And I don't know. I feel like it was a very good match, and I don't think it took away from them all losing.
All right, fair enough. I enjoyed it.
Next, before like the next match was Velveteen Dream versus EC3.
Yeah.
The pre-match video, it was good, but they really love that green screen studio for Velveteen Dream, don't they?
Yeah, give him a little something, innit? Give him a
Yeah.
little gimmick.
Like it's cool enough for Velveteen Dream, but then when EC3 showed up, it felt like an 80s horror movie, like an 80s like sci-fi movie, which isn't a bad thing. It just felt a bit weird in 2018 WWE/NXT.
I'm just annoyed that everyone's like a massive fan of EC3. Where were you when you were Derek Bateman? Is what I want to know.
Clearly, if they're a fan of EC3 now, they were probably in the Impact Zone, like not watching Derek Bateman, because like Impact's better anyway. We've got Hulk Hogan.
I'm telling you, nothing was better than NXT Redemption.
So yeah, this match was really fun. Velveteen Dream's tights.
No, stop.
Oh.
You need someone to do Wrestler Fashions.
Wrestler fashion.
Carry on.
Yeah, Velveteen Dream's
No,
tights.
no. I'm going to raise this right now.
What?
So you think you can take the daddy on, do you? Right.
Oh, is he a daddy?
Yeah, now I'm a daddy, baby.
You're not a daddy.
I'm a daddy. I'm a daddy. So yeah. Oh, I can do a little singing. No, you can't. Get yourself in key. Velveteen Dream
I
had
don't
a
know what that
face
means.
on his pants. No, he didn't. He had something else. Carry
No,
on.
he had a Call Me Up Vince.
Yeah.
Didn't happen though,
Which-
did it?
Well, you'd think as well with how he is. Like, do you think he watches main roster? Because if I were an NXT guy and I watch main roster, I won't want to get called up because there's no way you'd be having matches even of this quality, like even anywhere near this on the main roster because they don't really do anything with people. And I'll give the example of most of the call-ups from NXT from WrestleMania weekend are doing nothing now. The only one who's on TV regularly is Ember Moon, and she's not had a storyline.
Yeah, but she's a woman, isn't it? Evolution. Women's revolution, mate.
Yeah, this
It
match
was
was.
Evolution. It was the Divas completely different things.
Oh, yeah.
I
Steffi-
evolve, but I don't
Steffi started
revolve.
them both.
Yeah, this another really good match. I think this is the match EC3 needed in NXT to really like get people to pay attention to him because he came in at a time where he also came at the same time as Ricochet, and Ricochet overshadowed him quite a lot, and now he got to shine on his own a little bit. And Velveteen Dream continued to be ridiculously good.
Yeah, and I think this feud started at the NXT UK shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he
Yeah.
walked out, Velveteen Dream walked out.
Yeah, it was kind of weird where
Which-
technically this is a heel versus heel match,
Yeah.
but it isn't because Velveteen Dream's always going to be ridiculously over.
Well, it's just wrestling now, isn't it? Where like
Yeah.
no one's a heel.
Also, I'm pretty confident EC3 is supposed to be the face anyway, isn't he? So, yeah.
Yeah, but no one's a heel though, are they?
No.
So like,
I'm on about you bringing EC3 up anyway. I read
I don't know.
it's going to be up pretty soon.
And what completely ruined and wasted?
Like, what's he doing right now?
Not getting ruined.
Right, but like, I mean, he's nothing, isn't he?
I mean, he could be having matches with Velveteen Dream and all that, or he could be sat in catering with Mike Bennett.
Right, but Mike Bennett's never been good. Like, I'm just going to put that out there. Mike Bennett's never been good, and they hired him because of his wife. Right? It's not
And
the same
EC3
thing.
will be sat in catering with him because they wouldn't have anything for him to
Quite
do.
possibly, but EC3, like, what's he doing now? Nothing. He's nothing. He's a little TNA fella. They were like, oh, look, he's got a name. Bring him in.
Ricochet versus Adam Cole for the
Mike
United
Bennett
States.
is terrible. I want that to be known.
The Northern American Championship, sorry. This was excellent, I felt.
I mean, I only remember one spot from it.
Is that the mega flippy thing?
Yeah,
The moonsault super kick
Yeah.
thing.
Pretty good at the old flips, isn't he? Old Ricochet.
yeah.
Who saw that coming?
He loves a flip, doesn't he?
He does, mate.
Yeah, I really
His
enjoyed
little
this
anime
match.
land pose.
Again, this might have been one of Adam Cole's best matches as well.
Well, he ain't really done much with that title, has he? He won it,
Yeah.
and then I think he's defended it once, twice,
I
3
can't remember.
times.
A lady.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Kairi Sane defeated Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship.
Why? What's point?
Because she's also rumoured to be coming up, Shayna Baszler and that.
Needed to back up Ronda Rousey, don't they?
Yeah.
Along with Jessamine
Didn't they
and...
announce a match for Evolution this week?
So, Ronda Rousey, big babyface, and they're gonna bring up Shayna Baszler, who's well, I say established, like, but like she's quite an established heel. She's good at it.
Hmm.
Are they turning Shayna face?
I
Or is
mean-
it all? There ain't no heels in wrestling anymore.
Yeah, they did announce a match for Evolution. Sorry.
What is it?
It's both.
Alexa Bliss. Or...
Yeah, Alexa Bliss against Trish Stratus.
Oh yeah,
That's just straight. Oh, just announced that.
yeah, but didn't they accidentally show the graphic?
I hope they did, because like otherwise, why are they just whacking that out
I
there?
think they accidentally showed the graphic on the pre-show for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Because
Did they? Alright.
Oh no, they announced it on the Saturday.
I didn't
So it
watch
might
the
have been in the
Oh.
NXT thing they accidentally showed it, so then they
Yeah.
had to announce it.
The final of the Mae Young Classics on it and all, but I think we knew that, didn't we?
Yeah.
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 I just
actually
like
spoiled
that-
the Mae Young
I like
Classic
that
for
they've
myself
got-
completely. So
I ended up seeing
yeah.
a spoiler for it as well. I think I know one person who's in it, who's in the final.
I know both now, so I won't say anything.
I like that the WWE's filing system is as organised as mine, and they just accidentally put graphics up.
Yeah, but what you put up like actually gets you into legal trouble.
Yeah, but
so-
I've got a separate hard drive for that, mate.
Yeah, you do actually. Yeah.
You think Vince would have?
Calista, if
separate
you're
hard-
wondering where it is, it's right underneath the telly, but it's not the one that you usually use
Why are you talking to Popular 205 Live star Callisto?
because he is your favourite
Luchador.
luchador.
And under that mask, he's a very
Sorry.
handsome man who Daryl loves
Exactly.
greatly.
Is he a bear or is he a daddy? That's the real question.
He's
about
no, he's
Callisto.
neither. He's kind of in the same category as Josh Bowden, maybe.
Good old Callisto.
I mean, if
Yeah,
anything,
save that
like
one.
Daryl's a cub actually.
Oh, cheers, man.
I'm tapping out for a little while. I have to rethink
He's
my
got
life.
he's got jet lag.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know there's actually no time difference? Like I can't even claim it on a 1 hour. There's none at all. Oh, I think I'm gonna
Tommaso
die.
Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano, last man standing.
Hated the finish.
Whoops! I
Hated
fell
it.
off a thing.
Hated it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I've seen? Right? Can I just say before this, I completely understand why people didn't like this because like it looked a little bit stupid, didn't it? But like I've seen people complain about this feud before even this match, going, "Oh, God, they're having a few too many matches, aren't they?" It's like what? So you've got a heated feud where people are really invested, and then you've escalated it by adding the title into the mix, and people are like, "Oh, it's a bit too good, though, isn't it?" Well, shut up. Pack
It'd
it
have
in.
been better if Aleister Black hadn't got injured, so then they
Well,
could have
yes,
had a
but, like,
break
you
from
can't-
it at
You
least.
can't legislate from that, can you?
No, that couldn't have been helped. I guess I don't know how he actually got injured or anything. But
Somebody
Attacked in car park,
yeah,
mate.
Somebody
Oh,
attacked
yeah.
him.
Do you see Hideo Itami tweeted about it?
Yeah.
He was like, that car park's dangerous. I mean,
On NXT this week, they hinted that it might have been Nikki Cross. It wasn't
Why?
Nikki Cross, but it's because she was stood on the top of the lorry next to where
go,
he got
where's
attacked,
sanity?
like just looking around,
Eric!
laughing.
Other fella, Alexander,
Alexander
Yeah.
Wolf, yeah.
Eric, Alexander,
Sawyer Fulton, where are you?
Killian, where are you? Hello.
Do you think like?
Sorry, she's Scottish. Hello.
Do you think Vince
I'm
is
stuck on the
also
top of a truck.
looking for him because like
Yeah.
they're not on SmackDown, are they?
Yeah, weren't they at some point recently?
I don't know.
I think like last week or
We
something.
were on long enough for Killing Dane to get new ring gear.
Yeah,
that
because he
everyone
had
complained about.
a blinking one of them things, you know, like
Singlet.
spandex and that. That's the one. Good him, innit?
So has Vince made him cover up his belly?
Well,
Yeah.
apparently Killian Dane designed that singlet as well.
Right. Okay.
So he posted afterwards saying, for everyone like worried, I designed that. So
Yeah,
thanks.
after Vince went, hey, cover up that belly, pal. You're a hairy freak. What about Albert? Shut up about Albert.
Who
We-
let the fatty
We didn't
in?
talk about the end of the tag match where, because I was just remembering about fatties. War Raiders came out.
Oh yeah,
Did he?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, I watched that and I forgot that
Hanson and Rowe.
completely.
Yeah. So the Undisputed Era was stood in the ring, and then they kind of just appeared behind him in kind of like an ascension form.
Excellent. So they're the new Ascension.
Yeah.
Which is especially impressive considering Hanson is a large man
Yeah.
and he's a bear.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano, isn't he actually injured?
I'm
Or
not
is he
sure.
work injured?
I'm not sure at all.
Well,
But they were claiming that he dislocated his knee,
right.
like when he kneed the speaker.
Oh, no.
I hate last man standing matches. I've decided.
Yeah, they're not actually
Because-
very good, are they?
Do you remember when like John Cena sellotaped Batista to ring post?
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
No,
Or did one do it to other?
Alberto Del Rio did it to someone else, but it happened
Oh,
twice,
yeah.
basically.
Like that's not a finish, is it? Like that's
Not,
like
not a main
tech-
event finish
it's like
anyway.
a technicality, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you can't stand up because I've sellotaped you to the floor.
But as soon as he was handcuffed in the position he was, Tommaso Ciampa, I thought, like I looked at him and went, he can stand up from that position if he rolls off,
Yeah.
and he doesn't take any effort and he'll be held up. That's the get out.
yeah,
so-
but
It
What-
was like you
why
could
is
see it
it-
all coming.
I realise he's a heel, like, but and he's a good heel. Let's just point that out because he does get booed and he embraces it. But like, I think it makes babyface Gargano look stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did look stupid, yeah.
Yeah.
Looked like a moron.
It's
in fact.
rare you see in NXT that they have the booking where the babyface looks stupid.
Yeah.
It's
And-
the main roster trickling down, isn't it?
Seeping out in it. It's toxic.
So overall on this show, I enjoyed it, but it felt like it was missing the spark that Takeover normally has.
You're looking forward to Brooklyn Takeover 5, which is at WrestleMania weekend.
I'll probably be in Ring of Honor, mate.
Yeah, you will. And actually, considering they've announced that, you're probably better off, aren't you? Because it's like, oh, we just had one of these.
Yeah.
So, probably be Gargano and Ciampa again.
In a Hell in a Cell.
Would you be a bit disappointed if you missed that?
I've never seen a Hell in a Cell live.
Obviously.
Yeah, and I think I'd be a little bit disappointed. But if this Ring of Honor card is half
Yeah, you'd be
decent,
alright
I
with
think
it,
I'll
wouldn't you?
I think I'll enjoy the full card more than I would
Yeah,
like just the one match. So
fair enough. Dan, what do you think of Takeover 4?
Like I said, it felt like it was missing a spark. There were a lot of very good matches, but nothing really like to make me think, oh, this was an excellent show.
Is it simply the case that we've become so conditioned to expect them to be excellent that when one isn't the high standard that we always expect, that we are overly picky about it?
Probably.
Yep, good.
I enjoyed it more than SummerSlam.
Well,
That's-
yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, tell you what, we'll tell us all about how much you enjoyed or how little you enjoyed SummerSlam straight.
The best looking man, the best dressed man, long limousine, jet airplane, custom made clothes, and any woman in the world I want. The Nature Boy!
SummerSlam! So, let's get straight onto it. Right. This was an intriguing pay-per-view. 4 hours exact, by the way.
Yeah.
If you don't include the pre-show, which I don't. But would you like to talk about it anyway?
Nope.
Good.
What happened on the pre-show?
Don't know. Oh, I do know, actually. I tell a lie. Andrade Cien Almas and his Zelina Vega beat Rusev and Lana. Don't know anything else. I don't know
Cedric
who's...
Alexander beat Drew Gulak.
I assume so, because I feel like I would have heard if there was a new Cruiserweight champion.
And the B team retained the tag titles against the Revival.
Yeah.
That's 3 matches down already. Yes.
Great. Mint. Right. Let's
So
move
3
on.
matches I didn't see.
First match was the Intercontinental Championship.
Yes.
Seth Rollins backed up by Hench Dean Ambrose.
Daddy.
He's bulking, isn't he?
Daddy Dean.
Or he's bulked.
Yeah, it looks like bulk off of not Scooby-Doo, Tom and Jerry, doesn't he? With his jowls.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that's it. It's not even called bulk. It's Spike and
I know what you
Tyke,
meant,
innit?
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. The dog is I'm a dog on that.
And he defeated Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Swaggler
Yeah.
against and Drew.
Which I'm sure you enjoyed.
Yeah,
22 minutes this match went.
we're all right. I
Which
really
is quite
enjoyed
long
it.
for this show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I
really
get
good
Wrestle
match.
Fashions, please?
Wrestle fashions.
Seth Rollins.
It's in key.
Seth Rollins dressed up as Thanos and that.
Yes, because at first I was like, "What's he got a stupid golden boot for?" And then I read it afterwards, and I still think it was stupid. But fine, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't have a stupid golden boot.
Yeah, because Thanos has a glove.
Exactly.
Or a gauntlet. More
Get a
specifically.
glove. That's fine. Wear a glove.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a golden boot because I stomp people. You look like a moron.
Doesn't he wear gloves?
No, he used
No.
to.
You
Yeah.
look like you're wearing odd socks. Burke.
Yeah,
Good match though.
it was a really good match. Yeah, a nice opener for the show.
Everyone like getting all, oh, Dean Ambrose didn't turn on him. So you're annoyed that they didn't spunk the turn away after 1 week. Well, why didn't they do that? And then also, why can't they build any long-term angles anymore? Bloody hell.
Oh, apparently.
Carl, this is
So
the field.
leading on from their match last month, they put up a countdown timer to the show starting in the arena, and all the fans started doing the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing.
All
So
right.
they took it down the first time the fans did it.
That's marvellous. That's marvellous.
That's a thing now.
Excellent.
I just hate wrestling fans. I just hate them.
I enjoy that one for the time being. It'll get annoying
Go
very
on.
quickly.
The New Day.
New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers.
DQ, baby.
Tag team match.
Literally don't care.
It's all right, though, because New Day won the tag titles on SmackDown.
Yeah, because everyone was injured.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which remind me, I want to talk about the Wyatt family when we talk about the Shield.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens.
This will quick, wasn't it?
Yeah. Kevin Owens loves taking bumps, doesn't he?
Yeah, he just got destroyed here, didn't he?
Yeah.
Kevin Owens didn't tweet for 2 days or 3 days, was it? And eventually it was just a picture of him announcing a signing, but then doing the thing where each next picture was zoomed in closer and closer to his face, looking quite upset. Yeah, Braun Strowman destroyed Kevin Owens. I think it was just that kind of thing to get people thinking, oh, he's going to cash in Money in the Bank tonight because they've not made him do much.
Yeah, maybe. Charlotte Flair defeated Becky Lynch and Carmella for the women's.
Right, Dan, I imagine you've got something to say about this.
Yeah, well, in my prediction last week, I believe I said they're probably going to put it on Charlotte Flair, but it should be Becky Lynch winning it.
Right, okay.
And I said they're going to end up doing a Roman Reigns with Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
They've done that now. By having Charlotte Flair win and having Becky Lynch turn heel on her, but getting cheered louder than anyone on SummerSlam and then on SmackDown while she tried to cut heel promo was absolutely brilliant. People desperately want to see her as the top person on SmackDown, but WWE see Charlotte Flair in that position, and they're going to fully Roman Reigns her.
Bully Ray was pretty vocal on this, wasn't he?
I don't know.
He was, actually. So vocal that I found out.
Okay, go on.
Because they were like, oh, she got the Stone Cold pop, and they need to go with it. Becky's the girl. And then on SmackDown, they're like, look, she got the Stone Cold pop again. Definitely best thing to do is like compare a worker to Stone Cold Steve Austin, one of the most successful wrestlers of all time. I mean, I can see no way in which that would eventually disappoint anyone.
Well, it's an easy comparison to make because, like Becky Lynch, Steve Austin was also a last kicker.
Wow. Wow.
That weren't me this time.
Not me. No. Marvellous.
But yeah, Becky Lynch was absolutely phenomenal in this match, and then on SmackDown as well, with the whole thing with Charlotte Flair. She's completely justified in everything she's doing. She should be the person who they're building around, but Charlotte Flair's there, isn't she? And
Can I just point out that Charlotte Flair's actually a good wrestler?
yeah, Charlotte Flair is really good. But WWE's going to end up doing a Roman Reigns with her because they're pushing her despite who's popular.
Yeah, but I don't think they mind turning Charlotte heel occasionally, whereas, like, obviously they don't want to do the opposite, do they, with old Robbins.
Yeah.
Robbins, even.
But yeah, I enjoyed this match. And Becky Lynch is just going to get better and better out of this, hopefully. You get the feeling that they're going to try and ruin it at some point, but it feels like now the fans are fully behind her and she's just going to continue to get more and more popular.
He's. When you see the little ways of going, right, that didn't work, what do we do next? So, that's a bit of a laugh, isn't it? Probably have a smack a child or something.
Next up, Wendy.
What?
It was Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles, mate.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Samoa Joe going full horror stalker, shouting Wendy continuously on the mic.
Yeah, I mean, really what they looked at was they were like, this match needs an edge. This feud needs an edge.
Well, everyone's already seen it in TNA, haven't they? So
Yeah, yes, exactly. So, I mean, what? No, there's no such thing, mate. Don't you know? No such thing.
Is it not?
Well, it is when it's convenient, like when Dixie Carter's like, angled the smack when it was fine. But, like, but, I mean, we didn't give him the smack, so it was all right.
Yeah, the match was
I
all
used
right.
to own a wrestling company.
The match was
They
good.
released
The match was
figures
fine.
of me.
I enjoyed the Samoa Joe being a horrible human more than I did the match.
Yeah.
Just him continually thing, and then it led to a really great, genuine moment that happened after the match when AJ Styles went into the crowd to his wife and daughter, and his daughter just went, "You're bleeding," and then he was trying to hold her, and she actually moved away from him because of the blood and stuff. It was this really cool, genuine moment that helped towards the storyline.
Dad, I don't want to help.
Was that his real daughter? Like, because that's always fun. Have you seen how many different people play Randy Orton's wife?
Yeah,
I think it's 4 different people, none of which are his actual wife. One of whom just stood at the door of a coach going, "Ah!"
I think that they tried to have the same woman do it, but he introduced himself, but with his penis out.
Yeah, of course. I tell you who could play AJ Styles' wife, like if they're doing stunt wife.
Go on.
Get Claire Lynch in, she'll do it.
Oh, if it had have been Claire Lynch, that'd have been amazing.
Well, Popeye! I mean, AJ! Mega. This feud continues, that summit.
It's been announced for Hell in the Cell as well. This match.
Oh.
Yep.
Joe winning the title.
Well, you predicted it that he would win it.
I thought he'd win it here because they've pointed out now that AJ is the longest reigning SmackDown champion of all time.
Every time I think they're gonna do it though, like every time I think they just don't they? So
Yeah, it's.
I hope he does. Like,
next up, The Miz versus Daniel Bryan.
oh, did you watch the Chronicle? By the way, did anyone watch Chronicle?
No.
Right. Well, I have not watched it either, so we'll watch that. So.
The video package for this match was brilliant. The Miz is kind of built for really great video packages, I feel. He's really good at creating all those moments that make a really great video package. This is the second time in his career he's been part of a really good one.
When was the other one?
John Cena Miz.
What year was that?
How many years ago was that now?
Well, we went to WrestleMania 2013 and it was before that.
7 years.
So
27, wasn't it?
He's built for really great video packages. He's had 2 in 7 years, mate.
Yeah, but how many great
Mate, he's had your pants
how
down.
many great video packages can you think of in WWE? Like really great
A
ones.
lot.
There's a lot. There's
They
a
do
few.
it quite
Yeah.
often. Like, to be fair.
Mate,
No, I'm not
mate.
saying they do it for the same people.
There's
quite
not.
often.
I generally can't think of any I enjoy as much as those.
No, I'm
two.
not having that. No. Do you know what? Right, there's very few things that they always do really well.
They do good video packages.
is one thing that they always do very well.
They do good
You can
ones.
slag them off for the boring booking. You can slag them off for not putting the right people on top of them. You can slag them off for not knowing what the fans actually want and not knowing what the fans actually need and like doing stupid things. I've had enough of it. Just stop it. But video packages, not fair.
They always do very good ones, but in terms of the really great, memorable ones,
I'm more of a 4.75 stars.
yeah. I can think of 2 really, really, really great ones.
No, I'm not. Right, I'm not engaging you in this. You carry on. I won't
Anyway,
have it.
Yeah,
So
Miz,
what are your 2 really great ones?
Oh, don't do it.
What?
I know what you're
my
trying to do. You
my
got that
way
big-
and then Miz Cena.
So, I
So
think
like
this
not
was
running
great.
up that hill, for example, which is a fantastic package
Which
of
one,
Shawn.
sorry?
Running up that hill, Shawn Michaels against the Undertaker, take a placebo. Literally the night
I don't
after.
remember
Right,
The Ric Flair retirement video package.
leave the memories alone.
Oh, yeah,
I know
that
it was
was-
parodied a lot
yeah.
after that.
The Eddie Guerrero death video package tribute one.
I don't remember that one.
Okay.
Right, there were two of them, and they were both fantastic. One
Yeah.
was "To Hurt" by Johnny
That's
Cash.
what
The
I'm
other one
referring-
was to a Three Doors Down song, which I don't like the song, but it fits perfectly for the package. What about the one for Christmas? No, actually, no. It was
Did
just,
they play one?
oh, mate.
In the
Well,
first
they had
hour,
a whole
they did,
3 hour
yeah.
Raw.
Well, I know they
didn't
had the
they?
3 hour Raw, but I don't.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of wiped it from my brain.
Yeah, it was like all I know is that the band Finger 11 have a song called One Thing, and I imagine they probably don't play it that often anymore. Just like that other band don't play his theme tune anymore. Our Lady Peace.
So it turns out it's just my memory's terrible.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Can you remember
Anyway.
Can you remember what colour attire Daniel Bryan had on?
I do. Blue and green off of Seahawks and that.
Yeah. So where does that fall in your theory that he's leaving?
He's not leaving, isn't he? I said that last week because he's
Oh.
in the showcase.
Just because he had that new attire made, didn't he, for WrestleMania,
Yeah,
and Vince won't let him wear it.
yeah. Oh, right, so you're saying like he's just doing what he likes. Maybe he's
Yeah.
leaving. He's not though, is he?
I wish he were.
He's not. Yeah, well, you specifically do, but
Yeah.
like
I want everyone to leave.
at this
Everyone
point, I'm
leave.
not bothered whether he does or not. Like, whatever.
So yeah,
Which is disappointing, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now I'm like, whatever.
this was the longest match on the card at 23 minutes and a half.
Blacking
Uh,
something for me. That's
Yeah, and having the Miz beat Daniel Bryan.
oh
I
no,
don't
they
know.
should definitely no. You can't have Daniel Bryan win. You can't have Daniel Bryan win the first match. That's booking 101. You can't have the face win the. What's the point in another match? Miz has spent all his time going, I don't want to face you. I can't be bothered with facing you. Then he goes, you know what? I will face you. Now I've beaten you. Cheated to do it. Don't want to face you again. It's booking 101.
Maybe
Not pro wrestling
if the
101.
video package wasn't so good, then I'd be happier with it. But the video package made it feel like this was a feud ender rather than a feud like continuer.
But did you think without the video package that was the feud ender?
I didn't really think about it that much.
Right. It was only a feud ender if he left, which clearly isn't doing. What it was missing for me was not enough Brie Bella. We need more Brie Bella. So if only they would like find some way to get her and I don't know, maybe the Mrs. Wife into a match. They could do that. That's what this was really lacking.
Do you think?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Do you think they can do that?
Yeah.
How long ago did Maurice give birth?
I can't tell if you're being serious because they have actually booked the match.
Have they?
Yeah, seriously, like at Hell in
Oh.
Cell, it's that was the facetious joke I was making that it's going to be they've already diluted the feud by going, oh, Brie Bella's come to Pag and the Miz, and now they're having a mixed tag, yay! It worked really well for John Cena and Nikki Bella.
Meltzer was good, by the way. Talking about this.
It was like, oh, she don't look fit enough.
No.
Oh, here comes Fatty running down the ring, bloody pregnant and that.
No. So
Sorry, I want to apologise. She is fit. It's fine.
So Alvarez was questioning how long ago it was that Maurice had the baby, and he went, "It's not long ago, but it's not that difficult.
Marvelous. Oh my god.
Like she can wrestle,
He's oh wow.
and I love that.
At least let the stitches heal.
He's a real person in real life.
Yeah,
I've actually
People
been
pay to listen to him.
yeah.
on Nikki and John. I've been watching Total Bellas.
Yeah.
And we've got to the part where they've just got back together.
Right, but you know they're not together, right?
No, they broke up,
Yeah.
and then they had like a big like talk,
Yeah.
and John said that he wanted to be a father.
Right.
Yeah, but you do know that
you
they're
know
not
that they're
actually
actually
together
not
now.
together.
They've split up.
Yeah,
Have they?
seriously, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
in real life, not in
Yeah.
Total Bella's life.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
still real.
All I'm saying is, right, they may have lost the match, but who won the war? Who's still married and has a baby? Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella, you're brave for getting into that ring with those two.
I'm gonna
Look
have
what
to.
happens. Look what happens.
You're gonna have to give me some time to process this. Should we talk about next match or two?
He's gonna come and take your kids off you.
Oh yeah, we will talk about the next match. This was best match on card. It were Baron Corbin versus Finn Balor.
Good. Yeah, I'm alright with this.
Yeah, how mint with that? He come out as demon and absolutely ruined his life.
Smashed him around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slightly mitigated by the absolutely terrible promo that Baron Corbin tried to cut on Raw. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, you broke your contract because you're not the same person. That's not allowed, and I'm still wearing a shirt.
What gets me about the Finn Balor demon thing is that I think the painting's cool. It looks cool.
Yep.
You can't do it every week because then it becomes normal and it doesn't look cool. What they need to do is do some character work with him and say that for some reason the demon, it's not Finn Balor in the sense that like when he brings out the demon, it's to kill someone. It's to like do what he did to Baron Corbin.
Yeah, you make it so that the demon is more effective but out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, precisely. And that's why he's not the demon every week. But they don't do that. So then my question is, why is he not the demon every week?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So it was the best match. I did enjoy it. But
the most obvious answer to that, because they haven't done the character thing, is literally just, I can't be bothered to put the face paint on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the logic that they've set so far, it's just, I can't be bothered with it. That's the only logic. Like, they did this a little better in NXT, and I know that's an easy thing to say, but there was one match I remember in NXT, I can't remember who's facing. I want to say, I don't know, Nakamura, one of his mates. You know, someone that he had a really great match with, right? I feel like it was for the title.
Joe?
I don't think it was, because Joe won the title off him, and I think it was who he eventually won the title off of.
Okay.
But, like, he became a number one contender, and he was like, oh, are you going to do the demon? And he was like, no. I want to show that I'm Finn Balor, and I'm good enough without the demon to win that, you know, and that was all right. I was like, well, that's at least starting to address it. You know what I mean?
Well, they don't do something.
Nah, effort in it.
Yeah.
Even Kane gets more mask work than that.
Yes, that were Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin.
Second squash match of the night.
The best Baron Corbin match I've ever seen.
Yes.
Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship.
Jeff Hardy, right? Everyone said it, but, you know, got to add to it, haven't I?
Yep.
Oh, I don't do the Swanton anymore because don't want to go back on Slam. Yeah, on the apron, mate, yeah.
No, you misquoted him.
Well, yeah.
He doesn't do it on live events.
No, but still, like, going, I don't do it on live events because it hurts too much, and then going, I do it onto the apron.
Yeah, he does it on TV, though, doesn't he?
Does he always do it on TV? I thought of late he'd not been doing it just because he's like, I'm going up and go, oh, no, you've ran away.
Well, I think they work around it, don't they? But
yeah.
It was stupid doing it on tape.
Exactly. Like, you can't go, God, I can't do it really as often because it hurts me too much. But then go, I will do it onto an apron, though. So, bit of a laugh.
Shinsuke Nakamura's contract runs out on April 1st, apparently.
Oh, when's that show? What date is it?
6th. April 6th.
Oh.
Yeah, but it might have, if his contract runs out, he might have a no compete, will he?
Yeah.
So you would have thought.
But didn't somebody ask him about it in an interview, and he basically said, if they pay me enough money, I'll stay.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Which I mean, he might be lying, but
He probably isn't though, because like, why would he have gone in first place if he wanted to go back to New Japan?
yeah, and plus I think we're well established that he can't do the New Japan style anymore.
Either can't or just won't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is fine because
it's fine.
It's
do what works for you.
Yeah.
But then you might get to see him come out to his best entrance music.
No, because that was the first entrance music that he had from WWE.
Nice.
Because I heard both, and I don't like the New Japan one as much. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, he's angry. You can see
Let's
it.
move on from Graeme being wrong.
Let's move on to
I
Correct.
like his current entrance music, and I like his WWE one. I mean, the New Japan one's good, but I'm not like. I don't miss it.
Do you know why the New Japan one disappointed me? Because when he first got his theme from WWE, I thought that was brilliant, and then I had loads of people going, "Oh, it's really great," but the New Japan one's so much better. I was like, "Wow, this must be really good." I went back; it's nothing.
I wouldn't say
Just
it's so
nothing.
much better, but I do like it.
Well, loads of people said it was so. They were like, "Oh, it's so much better," even though this one's really good. And I'm like, you know what? No, I am angry today.
You've had a long day.
I have. I've been in a different. I've been 2 different countries in a way.
So then,
Dundee.
thanks.
Yeah, you did. Well, you did well at that, mate. Last week.
Did I?
No.
Oh. I thought you were giving me a compliment.
No, I don't do that.
Oh, okay. Randy Orton came out at the end, didn't he? That was fun.
Did he put his hand on his penis and then shake anyone's hand?
Yeah,
I don't remember Randy Orton coming out.
Yeah, he came out, showed his John Thomas to Jeff Hardy,
Yeah.
and then walked into back.
I put my hand upon my penis and I'm shaking their hand.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss.
Right, third squash of the night. What was with the eyes, right? Again,
Yeah.
I know basically what we're doing is making the point that everyone else has, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't make those points. You know what I mean? If there's an elephant in the room, you talk about the elephant in the room. What was with the eyes?
Yeah, I
don't
saw
get
some
it.
people like saying.
I mean, Ming
oh,
the Merciless, you know, he's one of my favourites as well, but...
I saw some people like pointing out saying, "Oh, you'll have got Ronda Rousey for that," but then here's Bull Nakano, who you love. Like, yeah, but Bull Nakano looked badass. Ronda Rousey looked a bit weird, like Black Swan.
She looked half of that word. I'll let you decide which half.
Like, yeah, but she doesn't need the stupid makeup anyway.
No, she don't.
Like, she's a UFC fighter. That's a gimmick. She's a UFC fighter. She don't need to have the stupid eye makeup. Like, and to be honest, it might look alright when she's doing her it looked weird because I've not seen it before. But if that was her thing, that's fine. But because it doesn't stay like that and it smudges and it makes it look weird.
Mm. Yeah, it was a bit strange, but Ronda Rousey destroyed Alexa Bliss
Yeah.
pretty much and won the title.
That was the right thing to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was talking a lot through it, weren't she?
Yeah. What am I going to do now? Does anyone want to respond to that, or...
Yeah, I thought the crowd were pretty quiet for this, but I don't know if it's because I noticed it more because she was shouting at them and then they weren't kind of cheering back at her.
Yeah, basically that.
And I think the crowd didn't know how to respond because they're like, "Oh, we don't like these UFC fighters like Brock Lesnar, but Ronda Rousey's the babyface." And I thought they probably didn't know if they should boo or cheer her.
Yeah.
that's because they're all there in the little Miss Bliss shirts. Like, oh, she's like Harley Quinn.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Did you like that Nikki and Brie Bella got in the ring after?
Mm.
And they're going to do Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey.
Well, it's like, who's hardest out of both, innit? You know, who's really hardest? Like,
Exactly.
what's harder? Is it getting smashed in the face by MMA fists, or having John Cena persistently go, "Oh, I might have kids. You never know."
I think one's emotionally hard and one's physically hard.
Turns out I've got a vasectomy. Pants.
Yeah, that's what I just read on here because I was genuinely searching to see if what you said is true. And yeah,
Oh, do you
it
think
is.
we're all lined up? Oh no, that
You guys like to play with my emotions.
Yeah,
but
I
that's
mean,
not
I did
right.
enjoy seeing the misery in your face when John Cena and Nikki Bella split up. But
Like, for anyone listening who thinks that I'm kidding about this, I get more emotional invested into Total Bells and Total Divas than I do with WWE's main product most
In a way, love is dead.
in a way,
Well, that's a nice way to. It's like that's the co-main event before we get onto the final bit we'll talk about.
Love
Which
versus real life. Real life wins again.
do you know what? I'm disappointed that they're doing Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey because do you know when they did the Women's Royal Rumble and they brought Michelle McCool back and she killed everyone.
You
Because
thought
she's married to Undertaker. I was like, just bring Michelle McCool back. That'd
Michelle
be funny.
McCool's like, I'm coming back, and you know what, Ronda? You're not enough for me.
They should have had a sat ringside, and when Ronda Rousey walked by, she should have stood up and said, "Do you want to go?"
Exactly.
Do you wanna
You
go?
want to do it? Yeah.
Exactly.
It'd have been better if they'd done it last month when she'd lost.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
like on Raw that when Ronda Rousey come out with the Steph thing, Steph's going, "Oh, I've turned her out," and she's doing this heel promo. And Ronda Rousey goes, "Stephanie, why all the time are you like rate bad, and then suddenly you're like, oh, but it's okay because I've made women happen, yay! Why does no one call you out on that?" And she's like, "Oh, just give me an arm lock." I did actually quite like that they went, right. Someone eventually in the office went, "Can we point out the fact that she does this?" Like,
Yeah, but
we
who was brave enough? Which writer was brave enough to say, "We need to point this out"?
Well, clearly a writer that went, "Ronda Rousey will say it." It'd be
I know
like,
which writer it was. It was the one that's got evidence that Randy Orton got his penis out.
yeah,
Right.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, we need to bring some logic into this, Vince.
Yeah.
Vince goes to fire him. He's like, "Hang on a minute, you know."
Here's a picture of Randy with
Yeah.
his knob in my
Do you want
hand.
me to put a black light on my palm to see what I've had to deal
Oh
with?
no! While we talk about Randy Orton's penis, right, I've got something to say. So, on my recommended YouTube videos, there was a clip from the Jim Cornette podcast. Do you think this is a better game? This is a better Daryl Mystery segment. Do you think he was pro Randy Orton?
Pro Randy Orton. Don't even carry on. It was definitely.
Okay, he was right. Let me tell you how he justified it.
Oh, here we
Right.
go.
It's a classic rib.
Oh, it's a classic.
And what the
Remember
writer
that rib where you do a rape on people? A classic rib.
and what the writer should have done was just grab him by the penis really hard, because it would have made him over with all the boys.
Right, is that better or worse than Dan's idea of licking his penis? Or
Licking his palm.
well, licking his penisy palm. Is that better or what's better? What would you rather do?
I'm not sure, but what would I? Would I rather grab Randy
Would you
penis
rather grab a little knob or lick the knob sweat?
Lick
So
Randy Orton's palm.
you've not touched the knob, but you know the knob's been there, right? Or you grab the knob. You don't have to see the knob, but you've grabbed the knob, right? So you've got Randy Orton's penis in your hand, his semi-flaccid member.
Well,
right?
I mean, I could eat a knob at night, mate.
Well, exactly. Would you rather lick a knob at night, or would you rather grab a knob at night?
Can I wash my hands directly after grabbing it?
Or
would I be over with Jim Cornette?
You don't have access to a sink for a good 10 minutes.
Okay. I'll probably grab it.
Grab the knob.
Better story to tell, innit?
There you go. Good.
Admittedly,
I mean, you might as well just blow him.
All right. Admittedly, I think it's a better story to tell if
I said that.
Yeah.
The reaction Graham's given.
if Randy Orton walked up to you, which
Mate, if you are, it's fine. Just you're licking his knob from his hand. Just lick it straight away. It's fine.
So it is sexual harassment. Like, I'm not making light of it. But I'm
No,
just
joking
saying,
aside, it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad, but it is a better story to tell.
Yeah.
If you were like, oh yeah, I was one that grabbed his knob and like he stopped doing it to people.
Well, I think it's fair. I think it's fair to say that he's probably sexually harassing you first by going,
yeah,
here's a
This
knob
is like
hand.
the Bushwhacker story, isn't it?
I don't know.
Don't
let's
tell
not
the
get into it
no,
because
I
I've
don't
got a
want to
feeling
know
he's gonna start.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Roman Reigns. Oh,
but
sorry.
from Jim Cornette's logic, he said you should grab it. But like Randy Orton, your time especially, this point proven, is a nut job.
Yeah.
Right?
And an untouchable nut
Yeah.
job.
So he would have nutted you, and then he would have gone to Vince and gone, for some reason he grabbed my knob. And we're getting changed, and he just grabbed my knob.
Yeah.
And you'd be fired. So, regardless, Jim, you're an idiot. And you think the WCW invasion should have been headlined by like Terry Funk versus Mick Foley or something mental.
Yeah. Wasn't it Hulk Hogan against Dusty Rhodes as well?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
In 2001.
Yeah.
Well done, Jimothy. Main event then. Brock Lesnar against Roman Reigns. But before that,
Braun comes out, doesn't he?
Braun comes out and says, I'm a fighter. I've come here. I'm going to challenge you. Right? I do my business face to face. So I'm going to sit here and not fight either of you until after you've done a fight.
It was at that point I realised he wasn't cashing the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
It was also the smartest bit of booking WWE's done in a long while, in terms of the crowd's not going to turn if they think he's going to cash in at the end of the match. They're not going to completely crap on it. It was.
Actual worst and storyline was Seth Rollins made his match with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns a triple threat. Massive monster in the bank. Braun went, I'll wait till after. I mean, I've got to stretch first. Got a bad back.
I mean, they're still writing with crayons, but give them credit when they've got a half decent idea.
I didn't mind the idea in the sense that it stopped the crowd like absolutely ruining the match, but like long term, so short term it was a good idea. Long term, it's like, well, Braun Strowman's meant to be badass. Why are we? Why is he not? Even in the promo, like Graeme just said in the promo, he's like, oh yeah, I face to face. I'm not going to do a cheap cash in, but I'm going to wait till one of you potentially injured, and then cash in.
Yeah, I know it's not as cheap as just knocking about after they've won, but it's still a bit. I mean, it's not really
I mean, he is a tough guy, but think about long term. Brock pagged him, and Roman Reigns literally tried to kill him.
The only way I could have improved Brock's interactions with Braun, though, is if rather than throwing the briefcase away, which was marvellous.
I was worried.
It
was like the car door all over again.
But you know what he should have done, don't you?
What?
Well, how do you get rid of an item like that fast as possible? Just you phone Snitsky and ask him how to do it. Should have punted it straight into the crowd.
And then shouted, "This is what you're missing out on, Minnesota."
Yeah.
When he didn't draft me all those years ago.
That's probably why he didn't kick it.
Yeah, also, he wasn't a punter, so it was,
What position did he actually play?
Definitely not punter. Whatever it wasn't punter. Probably a tackle. He's quite a big fella. But anyway, are we going to talk about the absolute, I know we talk about the terrible commentary. Are we going to talk about the flat-out red lines off a paper commentary?
Go on, mate.
Because this did my head in, right? I totally get they want the commentators to say certain things. I actually do understand that. I'm not one of these people that goes, oh, they should be completely unscripted, especially considering how terrible they are, right? But could Michael Cole have sounded less enthusiastic than at the end? So, 1, 2, 3. And Roman Reigns has just beaten Brock Lesnar. He's finally beaten him. Roman Reigns is the best, and he's finally gone up that mountain. Good for Roman Reigns, and good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night for Monday Night Raw.
I think they had to get off the air as quickly as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
You mean the Montreal finish, which they broke out, which they haven't broken out since 1997, yet they broke out the Montreal finish for this. They went, right, quick shot of these people are happy, same people again, third time's a charm, and shut the show down.
I don't remember how quickly they got off the air in Montreal because I don't know if I'm Mandela affecting this, but I've seen Bret Hart smash the monitors up.
That was after it.
That was after.
Is it?
Which
Okay.
all that stuff did happen, but
Yeah.
happens after, and the
So
footage
that wasn't part of the pay-per-view then.
of the pay-per-view, which I only know because obviously we watched
Yeah.
it last year.
Yeah.
I was struck as well because I'd seen this footage before I'd actually ever seen the real match of how quickly they go off the air. It was almost like, I bet if you put them time for time, there wasn't a great deal of difference.
Shawn Michaels barely got backstage before they took it
Yeah.
off air. Like, it was that quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had to really, didn't they? Because they had a little bit of leeway because there was always that possibility that the fans were thinking, right, Braun's cashed in, now here we go.
Yep.
And then once they started to realise that, that's when they had to get off the air before the boos
Yeah.
kicked in.
Yep.
And I've not seen any live reports, so I don't know if the fans were booing. I imagine
They said fans didn't actually boo that much.
They're probably like, what's the point? Let's just go home.
They did boot out a guy along with. Remember the girl at the NXT, which was, how many years ago was it today? Which featured the very great sign, Daryl is. Yeah.
Daryl is a doorknob,
Yeah.
or Knob
Um,
Creek.
There
the
was
whiskey.
there was another sign at that show.
Said knob a lot, to be
Yeah.
fair. So, like, you know.
Knob's alright, it's like a door.
Yeah,
knob,
exactly.
isn't it?
There was another sign at that show that was quite famous online.
Kev ate all the pies. I had
No.
that one as well.
No,
Purple
a
Blackie.
girl held up a sign that said, "Face F me Finn."
No, that was at NXT Takeover.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Finn
but,
hadn't started on the main roster yet, you see. Having been there.
Yeah. So she got kicked out of both SummerSlam and the Raw the night after, along with some other guy who was being very aggressive towards Roman Reigns.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's the same woman that... Do you remember at the train station after WrestleMania 2029?
Vaguely.
Like, I were walking up the steps in New Jersey train station, and this girl comes, and I'm wearing a CM Punk t-shirt,
Oh, yeah.
as far as she can see.
Yeah.
And she has some sign about, like, whatever, John Cena's rubbish and all that. And I just looked at her, and I took me CM Punk t-shirt off to reveal the full-on Rise Above Hate t-shirt. And, yeah, she went, no!
Probably. Some people are too emotionally involved, aren't they?
Yeah, she was.
Like if you
Weird woman.
get in that emotionally
I had to
involved,
run away from her. Not like we had to run away from the mental.
No, we're not allowed to say mental, though, are we?
No.
It's like people. If you get in so emotionally involved that you're getting kicked out of a wrestling show for how, like, viciously you're against a wrestler, you're not doing wrestling right, are you?
No, maybe...
Like, you can boo him. Like, I don't particularly like Roman Reigns, to be honest. He's all right. Like, I won't boo him, but I won't cheer him. But like, if you don't like somebody so much, you're gonna boo him. Fine. But like,
Well, he's getting cheered now because
Well, Monday Night Raw, innit? I
Yeah.
didn't actually see that coming. How did I not see that coming, by the way? What's the only way they ever get Roman Reigns cheered?
yeah,
Whack him in the shield, mate!
Yeah.
Way! Braun's like, oh, Roman, I'm going to... They did two ways to make him a face. First of all, he's like, hey, you remember how you all remember that 2 years ago Finn Balor should have had a title? Well, boom, he's getting a title match. And secondly, you remember how you used to like us when we all wore shield stuff? Boom, all wear shield stuff, mate. Good.
bring out the stab vest.
Here's my early prediction: WrestleMania main event, triple threat Shield. You know the
for
one
the
that,
first time ever.
you know the one that's yeah, they'll act like it is, but you know the one that's already happened.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do that
Yeah.
because there's no Brock this year, is there?
No.
So that's what I think. I think Shield triple threat, and they'll act like it never happened before.
Is it Dean Ambrose turning on him?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you reckon they'll do it a similar way where they'll have chairs in the ring and then he'll
Yeah,
smack them
100%.
with
They'll
chairs?
do
Yeah.
exactly the same
Yeah.
thing, but Dean Ambrose is the one that smacks someone. I can't decide if he smacks Roman in the same way that happened before.
Yeah, he'll
They'll
smack
literally
Roman because you got to keep Roman strong. So you smack Roman,
yeah, good point. Yeah,
and then Rollins will turn around all shocked, and he'll get smacked.
yeah,
And-
because
and
otherwise,
say what the, and
Yeah.
then that'll rely on Dean's timing to hit
Yeah.
him to stop him swearing, much
Yeah.
like Seth Rollins did to him.
Yeah. So, Shield beat up Braun Strowman.
yep.
Matt Hardy's broke his back, whatever he's done. Eric Rowan's injured his knee, so it means Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper's got no what to do.
Oh God, okay.
So are we going to do a retelling of Shield versus Wyatt, except we're going to pretend that the leader of the Wyatt family isn't Bray Wyatt, but it's Braun Strowman, and the leader of Shield is Roman Reigns?
I'd actually be alright with that, to be honest. Like, it's not the worst idea in the world. I'd be alright with that.
Another thing from these shows,
even though Braun, I know, shouldn't. Someone will go, "Oh, Braun shouldn't have mates. He's just massive." Yeah, but why not? He'd be like, "Yeah, I am massive. But why would I not get mates in as well?"
Beard Club, innit?
Yeah.
The other thing worth mentioning from Raw and SmackDown after SummerSlam very quickly is there were no NXT call-ups.
Good.
Yeah, no NXT call-ups yet. I don't know what that exactly means in terms of things, but also they announced on this weekend that the WWE UK brand is coming soon.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, so we've got some things in the pipeline. Overall, what do you think of SummerSlam?
It was long.
It was long, but it was all right. It was. I didn't have an issue with it really. It flowed well. A lot of short matches, but yeah.
Yeah, it was long.
Yeah, fine.
Yep.
Not great. And the main event was, knowing how good a match they could have, was disappointing. But they have to do what they have to do. But it was long. Yeah, that's the main sort of emotion that comes from that. So was this show. Boom. But it didn't feel quite as long.
No.
That's all. Mainly because I'm back. So that's what you want. Right, that's it for the Royal Grumble for this week. Don't forget to go to facebook.com/Royal Grumble. Don't forget to go to twitter.com/Royal Grumble Pod. You can find us on twitch.tv/Royal Grumble Pod. No pod.
Just Royal Grumble.
No pod. And that's it. Say goodbye, Daryl.
Goodbye, Daryl.
Say goodbye, Dan.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.